Okay, so the name of our chapter was Reactivity and Mechanisms, and what we've done so far has been the reactivity part. Now we're going to get into mechanisms, and we start our mechanisms by being able to identify nucleophiles and electrophiles. Most of our reactions are going to be ionic. In fact, almost all of them will be ionic. We'll have something with a positive charge, and it will be attracted to something with a negative charge. Okay, there'll be an attraction between these two things, and that's what's going to cause pretty much all our reactions to occur. These opposite charges will attract. A nucleophile, nucleo is for nucleus, phile is lover. So this is a nucleus lover. And the nucleus is, of course, positively charged. So this is something that's negative. It reacts with something positive. Looking for a positive charge. It has extra electrons. When I abbreviate nucleophile, I do it like this, because it's got those extra electrons that are looking to react with something that's positive. Now, the electrophile is an electrio, so it likes or loves electrons. It's an electron lover. Electrons, of course, are negative, and so this is something that's positive, and it's looking to react with something that's negative. Okay? So in itself, it tends to be a positive thing. It's very important that you're able to identify our nucleophiles and electrophiles. So electrophiles are electron-rich atoms. These are going to be Lewis bases. And these are lone pairs on the ethoxide are a good example of an effective nucleophile. And we have lone pairs on ethanol also. So you will find nucleophiles where you have lone pairs like this. You will find nucleophiles where you have pi bonds. That would be a nucleophile where you have that pi bond. You'll also find nucleophiles where we have induction. So this lithium is not very electronegative, and so the dipole here is going to look like this, leaving this carbon more negative. In addition, atoms that are polarized are better nucleophiles. So atoms that are large make better nucleophiles. If you're comparing sulfur and oxygen, sulfur is larger and it's more polarizable because it's larger. And it's a better nucleophile because of these factors. Okay. Electrophiles. Electrophiles are electron deficient atoms. These are going to be our Lewis acids. They are able to accept a pair of electrons. You will find electrophiles where we have inductive effects. Here's an example. We've got a chloride that is pulling the electrons away from this carbon, and so we find that it is electron deficient. Another common electrophile are the empty p orbitals that you find on a carbocation. Also, we'll find them where you have a carbonyl. And this is the same sort of induction where you've got and this end would be a nucleophile, but on the other end, we'll pick a different color, maybe orange. This carbon here is going to be positively charged, and that makes it an electrophile. Okay, so the carbon end of it is electrophile and the other is a nucleophile. So let's look at some examples. I can pull this up and see if we can identify the nucleophilic and the electrophilic centers. Another time, it's a good time to turn off your video feed and try these on your own. Okay, so on this first one, the only thing really of interest here is we've got this lithium, and we know it's going to not be very electronegative, so we're going to get a negative charge around this carbon. We've got lone pairs here on this oxygen, and so that's going to be an electrophile. We also have lone pairs here. So the nitrogen will be a nucleophile. Here we have lone pairs, so the nitrogen is a nucleophile. Here we have a pi bond, so that's a nucleophile. If we're going to look for electrophilic centers, well, let's change colors. Let's go to fuchsia. We know that oxygen is more electronegative, so we're going to end up with a dipole that looks like this, and then one that looks like this. So electron density is going to be pulled away from this carbon. It's going to be electrophilic. Here we have the same thing because we've got a dipole.